This is Pre-Calculus Section 4.4 Notes Part 2. At the end of the last video, I was just saying that we needed to check our solutions when we have a log equation to make sure that our solutions are working correctly. And when we check x equals -4 and we plug that back in, we find out that this answer gives us no solution because you can't do the log of a negative number. Now, x equals 3 will work just fine. When we plug that back in, we'd have log 5 plus log 2 equals 1. So that answer is a good solution. In our last example, we're going to need a formula from section 4.1. That's our compound interest formula, which looks like this. The amount of money that we earn is going to be equal to the principal plus 1 over our rate divided by n. Remember, n is the number of times per year that it is compounded, to the n times t power. Okay, this is our compound interest formula. It says Mr. Moneybags invests $5,000 in an account that pays 8.5% per year compounded quarterly. How long will it take for his investment to double? Okay, so there's a few things that we need to think about here. First of all, we know that our principal amount is $5,000. We know that the rate is 8.5%, which as a decimal is going to be 0.085 in our equation. Compounded quarterly, that means 4 times a year, so n is 4. If we want to know how long it will take for his investment to double, then we want it to be worth twice what it started as. If it started as $5,000, then we want his investment to be worth $10,000. So we want our equation to be equal to $10,000. And the question is, how long will it take? Okay, so how long will it take? That means we're solving for t in our equation. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug everything in. We've got $10,000 equals $5,000 times 1 plus 0.085 over 4 to the 4t power. And now this problem just becomes an order of operations problem. Okay, we know that we have our variable up in our exponent. So at some point, we're going to have to change form here. But we don't want to change form until we get rid of that 5,000 that's in front of the parentheses. So our first step has to be to divide by 5,000. Okay, that's going to be our first step. So after we divide by 5,000, then we're going to have 2 equals our parenthesis. And we can go ahead and we can simplify what's in the parenthesis. If you grab your calculator and you do 0.085 divided by 4 and then hit plus 1, then that's going to give you 1.02125. And that is going to be to the 4t power. All right, so now that we have our equation simplified, now we're ready to change to log form. Again, the base of the exponent becomes the base of the log. So this is going to be log. Our base will be 1.02125. What's inside the log will be 2. And that's going to be equal to our exponent, which is 4t. As we know, our calculators don't do a log base 1.02125, but that's what we have the change of base formula for. So in our calculator, we can go ahead and type log 2 divided by log 1.02125. Hit enter, and that's going to give us 32.96, which is equal to 4t. So then, of course, the last step is going to be to divide by 4. And so we find out that t is equal to 8.24 years. And there is our solution.